All right, welcome. This is the HSTLG League Season 14 Super Bowl between Yooper and Eddiez. I'm super excited for this. I think it's a great game. And congratulations to both these guys for making it this far. So here we go. Eddiez wins the coin toss, and he is going to kick off like everybody else. All right, so the matchup here is pretty easy to identify. On offense, you got Vinny and the Bobby Humphrey show. Maybe you can back and beat a little bit to Novacek, only 44 MS. On defense, Joey Browner is the star of that show. I got a feeling we're gonna have a lot of Vinny scrambling in this game, just because it makes sense to take advantage of that 31 MS. But also on defense has a lot of HP on that defensive line ish, 69 HP, 63 HP against an offensive line that can be abused like that. So it looks like if you just look at Golick is going to popcorn Stepnoski regularly. You see it right there, and you also have crossfield throw here. Oh, almost gets the diving catch there. It actually looked like a little overthrown. I thought it might have been an interception. But in any event, you're also going to have who else we got here? Townsend is actually not going to popcorn Kerr. Oh, but you're going to have Howie Long, as you saw, going to popcorn Gesick. So, and then not to mention, and then depending on what happens with Gogan and what have you, more stuff could happen there. So, but Eddiez and Yooper's head there, and after allowing that first long scramble, did not allow anything else. Gets his play a whole bunch of times there. As you can see, he gets his play 50% of the time, according to Brew's condition checker here. So not very good there. Let's see what Eddiez can do here. Rodney Pete with Gary Anderson can back and be. He's got some speed with Grady and Brown. And obviously, Eddiez is going to try to pound the rock here and do some scrambling with Rodney Pete. On the 49ers side, really just the Carl Lee show with some Tim Harris action. That's kind of it. So not a strong defense for Yooper. Another testament to him being able to make the Super Bowl in the first place. And let's see what Eddie can do here. So a big 31 already early in this game. Oh, and Yooper all over that play call. And Eddie, 4th and 3. Eddie is going to go for it inside his own 20-yard line, seemingly. And I mean, with a 31 MS QB, every play is available to you here. So it's just a matter of your 12. Oh, he's going to punt. I was going to say it's your 12.5% chance of Yooper guessing his play. I do wonder what play Yooper picked on defense there, and what play Eddie was planning on picking there. So, surprisingly, a defensive battle here, and this goes to show you how pick plays make a difference, because, as you can tell, Yooper's defense not that strong, but was able to hold Eddie there. Let's see if Yooper can do a little bit better job here of picking his plays so Eddie's not in his head. And it's just going to be it's probably going to be tough for Yooper to run the ball with that line just crashing through here. Like, this is not a great matchup for Yooper's offensive line, as we already talked about. So once in a while, you're going to have obviously the popcorn not happen. As you saw there, Golick did not popcorn Stepnoski for whatever reason, but Howie Long still popcorn Gesick. So. But I think most plays, now it was reversed there. I think on most plays there, you're probably going to see them both break through, honestly. So Yooper playing it super safe so far, doing the scrambling, not necessarily trying to find the open guy. Ooh, finally got some blocking on a run play there. Oh, and almost broke. Oh, he did break free. I thought the drone was going to get him. Didn't happen. That white guy's on steroids. And still got a big run after that. So it looked like he wasn't going to break free, because it looked like he was going to have the drone was going to catch him. Did not. And the conditions here could not have gone better for Yooper from a defensive standpoint here for Eddy. So basically, Golic is now, I guess Golic is still going to popcorn because of the 44 HP, but Long is no longer going to popcorn Guess It because Long went into bed. So, and then offensively, nothing really to note here for the 49ers. See, right there, I think right there, take that shot to the tight end up top. It's first down. You got 2 more downs to get the first down and then kick. Like, I get it. Eddy was not going to get position to block it. I would have potentially probably tried to throw that. So now a big 3rd and 6 here. You got to think that unless it's like a 4th and 1 or 2, that Yooper will kick the ball. And Golic just making waste to everybody back there. But the wheels of Eddy, 31 MS. At this rate, Eddy's going to have Vinny. Sorry, the wheels of Vinny, pardon me. At this rate, he is going to have 20 rushing attempts. Interesting play to pick if you're going to pick. If I'm Eddie Z, I probably would have leaned towards run 2 or run 3. So the fact that he's picked run 1 a couple of times on Yooper, it's just pretty wild. I mean, if you look at the stats, Eddie Z, and it's going to go up now, Eddie Z has picked Yooper's play 38.5% of the time so far. That's just wild. And this 3rd and 15 is going to be tough for him, especially with Browner back there. And he's just going to try to run for it. Probably not going to work. And he fumbles, but no on the sideline, so no harm, no foul. 4th and 5, probably going to kick here. Just a tough, with Vinny's 31 PS, player 2, you're worried about the overthrow interception. It's tough to kind of get that, So Harvey gets into the kick screen, however, no block. So first points on the board, Yooper getting the 3 points there. So good defensive stand. Ooh, and must be a little bit of delay issue potentially in their connection, which we can't tell by the NSV, but don't normally see onsides there. So Pete and bad, which is no bueno here for Eddie Z, but Gary Anderson and good, so that helps a little bit. Defensively, nothing really to note for Yooper. So, and even with his slower wheels, Pete still gets a 10-yard scramble there on first down. And really good job there. Root by Yooper. I don't know, just kind of staying away and then engaging once he had the help. And Eddy just content scrambling, just like kind of Yooper was. So that's fine. Fiddlesticks asking in the chat, what are the odds on a P2 onside? They're very, 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 very low. Brewdog would know, but I've only honestly seen it a couple of times. It's not 0% because we've seen it, but it's very close to 0%. But thank you for the answer, Ryan, as well. So a win at 46 here for Eddy to score and try for the double dip. You guys think he's at least going to get a field goal at this point. Ooh, and the dive saves a touchdown there, honestly. But honestly, surprised that Eddy is not trying to run more clock. You don't want to really give Yooper a chance here for a back and B at the end of the half. And there is Pete in bad with his 38 PC, just throwing it out of bounds to a stopped guy. And at insult to injury, he had Cobb, I'll grant you, only at 19 MS, sitting right there in front of him. That time gets it right off to Anderson, and they're going to score right away, but left a lot of time on the clock here for Yooper. I understand that Eddiez has that guy, Golic, breaking through the line, but still, Yooper can just kind of scramble back there, avoid the drone, and at least get a bomb away here. So Newton and bad, so only 19 MS kick returner here for Yooper, but still kind of gets out to the 15. So with Vinny's 31 PS, he's probably only got one shot at this if it's not picked because of how slow the ball is going to get there. So yeah, so we're going to kind of see here. He might run the ball to try to get in better position. I don't think he needs to, per se. He could. But with Perriman in there at running back, really slow, it's probably not going to happen. So he's just got to avoid Golic back there. Oh, God, he's got double trouble. A nice job by... What a job by Yooper back there. Gets the ball off. Oh, he timed that perfectly, and I'll let you guys watch this show. All right, hope you guys enjoyed the Bomb Jack show. As I was saying, Yooper timed that perfectly, and it was just a P2 overthrow by Vinny Testaverde. So nothing really changing condition-wise here for the Jets, except the big change. I guess one thing that major change is that Pete is no longer in bad, which would be super helpful to him. Cobb just got hurt, which will affect his blocking game a little bit there. I thought Cobb, when he was not in bad, was laying waste to this defense simply because there's so many low HP guys. If you look, he popcorned, in average, he popcorns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the guys. So. And just to comment on Kovac and chat, all of HSTL games during the regular season are played with Pro Bowl music, and has been that way for multiple seasons at this point. And then the playoff games are played with playoff music. We have stopped. We got rid of the regular season music a while ago. We had one season where we used the randomizer, but people didn't like it, so I only did that for one season and then stopped. So according to Brewdog's win the dive there saves them. According to Brewdog's win probability calculator, Eddiez has a 79% chance of winning this game. Now it's up to 81. So we'll kind of see. I assume if he scores here, that number's going to go up even higher. Yooper's got to be pretty happy with his defense at this point and how he's played, with honestly a lack of personnel on his team. Like, he has basically two manable guys, but Tim Harris isn't a nickel, so he's more of a drone. So he's got two manable guys, and it's just kind of making do. And Eddie there, I think, making it look like he was going to go deep. Could have probably taken the shot. I don't know if he noticed that Yooper was manning Glasgow with only his 25 interceptions. So if you were going to take the shot up to Tim Brown, that was the chance to do it one-on-one. But regardless, Eddie going the safe route. And I have noticed in this game that Eddie's jukes have gotten a lot better, his route running a little bit there. So he definitely has progressed over the multiple seasons he's been in the HSTL family with his moves. And Eddie dangerously staying in bounds there. A, could have gotten Pete hurt. B, could have fumbled. But no harm, no foul. And so Eddie basically has burned off half the quarter already, and he's still only at about the 37-yard line. So really just methodically moving down the field. And you got to see, if you're looking at that coverage, Yooper definitely, staying in bounds, trying to spin around a little bit there. Yooper definitely picking run, as you can see everyone crowding the line. And Yooper, as you can see, has been picking run and finally picked this play. Really important drive here for Eddie. He scores a touchdown here. It's not wrapped up, but the game is fully in his control if he scores a touchdown here. Oh, no. Lucky that it was thrown out of bounds. He had the help. He didn't have to rush. There were a couple open guys there. Yooper changed things up and blitzed, and that could have been disastrous for Eddie. Oh, that's going to be an interception. And there you go, through it once again. Freaked out with the rush. Yooper kind of knew what was going on there. And you could just tell the second the ball was released, it was going to be an overthrow interception. And once again, Eddie had people open there. He just had to cycle over to the running back. And it just, I know it's tough when you got a guy in your face and you don't know what's going to happen there. Great offensive conditions here for the 49ers. Highsmithing good. Novacek good. Now he's a 50-75 guy. Could back and beat to him. Do whatever you want. If anything, the cross-field throw. I love that. Look at that. That was executed to perfection. It's almost like Yooper's scoring too quick here at this point. And if you're gonna do this, which I'm fine with, that was a great throw, by the way. But basically, now you almost want to score on this play. So, and I was gonna say score that play so you can score quickly and not have more clock burn, because giving the ball back to Eddie here kind of puts the game in his hands. And just to answer Kovalkin, I believe Eddie actually out-taps Yooper, which is another reason why the whole blitzing thing doesn't make sense, because he doesn't necessarily need to freak out back there because he can out-tap Yooper and then just find the open guy. I just think he was getting stressed back there. All right, so condition check here. Novacek still in good. Highsmith still in good. Barnett in bad. He's got Sewell in there and Humphrey. Nothing else really to note. 2 offensive linemen now in excellence. So that is a huge thing now, because now Stepnoski no longer gets popcorn by Golick, but Long now is popcorn and Gesick. So it's kind of like you just can't get them all in the same frame of mind here. And you can see just kind of breaking through there. So that play was brought to you by, you had either Long or Golick pop through there on that run play, and it allowed Eddiez to engage immediately and get the help from behind. Oh, I love this play. Oh, and I guess maybe Yooper can out-tap Eddie, because you saw 2 14s there. Maybe we just saw a bad tap. I thought Eddie out-tapped, but maybe it's kind of a crapshoot with them, and so they're both just kind of going out of bounds. Who knows? But that was a 14-14 tap off there. And once again, breaks through, but much better blocking. You saw the line of 3 guys. So you had Eddie try to engage again. It didn't work because he had 3 guys and got popcorn. And so either Long or Golick, whoever got through from behind, couldn't catch up because Humphrey was off to the races. But once again, the ball is kind of in Eddiez' hands here. Pete now in good, 38 MS, 4450. He's like LVP on steroids, or I guess the LVP's the reverse. But he's in good shape. He's got Gary Anderson still in good, so he's all set there. Defensively though, sneaky 49ers now have a great nickel in Holland, who's an excellent. So at 44 interception, 44 RP, 38 RS. So that's going to be great here for Yooper. I would probably lean on him a lot because it's not like Lee's at DB2, first of all. And second of all, it's not like his interceptions are much higher and going to do anything. So the fact that he's manning Glasgow makes zero sense whatsoever. He's got Holland in excellent. I mean, there's just no reason to man Glasgow unless maybe you think that he is going to run, but even so, if he runs down, that's the harder person to man down there. Like DB4 is susceptible to that run 3 sweep, so you actually want to man Holland potentially there, and I don't get it. I don't get the manning Lee. I just don't understand why he's not manning Holland almost exclusively here. Big play here. And you got it's definitely go zone for Eddiez, so it's 4-down territory at this point. Oh, he's just gonna back and be it. Oh, he's gonna try to run for it. Oh, and he should have thrown that, man. Yooper does use the condition checker for what it's worth, just answering Ryan in the chat. Is he going to go hot route P2? Is he going to run? What are we doing here? Oh, picked it. Oh, gets it away. Gets it away. Oh, and misses the diver. Wow. Yooper in control of the game now. Obviously, anything can happen. Only up by 3. Could fumble, whatever. But what a letdown. Eddie with the ball. Up 7-3 in Yooper's territory in the second half, and towards the end of the third quarter, and somehow is down 10-7, about to lose the G League Super Bowl 14. The win probability when Eddiez was intercepted on that overthrow in the back of the end zone was over 90%. So if you can hold Yooper to a field goal here, big play here, then we got a game still. It's tough, but we got a game. I just don't know if I'm Yooper. I wonder if he doesn't get any more yardage here, if he just goes for it, because I'm not really sure a field goal helps him anyway, because Eddie won't have time to get in a field goal range. We'll have to bomb it anyway, so you almost want to just take the game in your own hands. Oh, and he's got it. He's got it. And he's got to score a touchdown maybe? Oh, yeah. He's in the end zone. Man. Eddie's got to be sick about how he let this game slip through his fingers there. Just getting freaked out in the backfield. 2 straight plays of Yooper blitzing, although he did do a delayed blitz on the second blitz that caused the interception. And then inexplicably kind of picking pass 2 for the hot route, which, I mean, like Colokin was saying in the chat, everybody, and I mean everybody, is calling that. It's either that or run 3 at this point for most people. So it's just, especially when you don't have the pass 3 shotgun. I mean, there's just no other hot route pass play you're going to pick here. You could potentially go pass 3 to wide receiver 2, but I mean, wide receiver 2, it's probably not going to happen. So honestly, though, hell of a game called by Yooper, hell of a game played by both. And obviously, look at those blitz percentages. Yooper really got in Eddie's head a lot more in that second half. Those blitz percentages, which were way out of whack initially, are a lot closer now. As you can see, actually, now Yooper's picked this play more often. But congratulations to Yooper on your G League Season 14 Super Bowl. And Eddie, great run, my man. You have a chance to redeem yourself in D League next season with Yooper. So, what a game. Really well played. Fun watch. And Heat right there sums it up of how he pooped the bed. And you can see there 14 points for Yooper in the fourth quarter. But defensive battle that just went Yooper's way. Well, that sums it up, guys. Once again, congratulations, Yooper, on winning the HSTLG League Season 14 Super Bowl. Till next time, it's Huff signing off. To the D-League Season 16 Super Bowl. I want to tell you guys, I'm excited for this because I wasn't given any hints. And just so you guys know, I don't actually know who wins these Super Bowls. I go into it blind. But what I will say is I wasn't given any hints except for the fact that lots of points were scored. So I'm excited for this shootout with these two offenses. You just had to know it was going to be one anyway. So we're going to have a good old barn burner here. Where, as I said, was told, lots of points scored. So let's go. All right, so it's the QB Browns offense of the 49ers. 49ers in their second Super Bowl tonight. They were also in the G League Super Bowl. And QB Browns with his 25 MS is great, but it's QB Browns to Anthony Carter and Hassan Jones. And then defensively, there's just no one in that secondary that's going to stop this. Like, if I'm JJT, I pretty much throw into coverage every play and not care. Especially if Dwayne Harper is not back there at all. I mean, it's just crazy. So like for both guys at the top of the screen with Atwater, oh my god, wow. And that's just a huge fail there. You had Atwater and you had whoever else was up there covering Anthony Carter, and they just can't do anything to stop anything. So really surprised didn't let that one fly. And so basically Raiders doing DeBerg to Rice, which is what I did this season too in HSTL. Didn't work as well for me, but DeBerg to Rice and Taylor, and basically, and there's no one in the secondary here that's going to stop this either. It's just basically Garrett Reason's show, which I can't imagine Lorlean's going to run that much, so using Reasons exclusively is probably okay. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. And good D there by JJT getting in position. I will say that why not throw to Rice every single play? And so I don't think I've ever seen Laura the End run this much, to be frank. So it's just interesting to see it. And this is going to be the formula, I think, probably for JJT here and this is kind of the formula that I think Eddie Z had on Yooper earlier in the G League Super Bowl. Like, you just gotta just pick their plays. But how lucky! Ooh, a nice little trailing JJ block there by either Atkins or Irvin there. You gotta think that Laura the End really lucked out being on the P1 side in this one. Oh, and Yooper or not Yooper. Wow, I'm getting confused. JJT in perfect position there. It doesn't get the interception. 81 kicking ability. You think you would kick here, but Lorlean saying screw it. I mean, this is when you would kick with a kicker like that. That's why you take a kicker like that. But he doesn't care. He's just going to back and be it to Rice and hope for the best. And gets the trash. Oh, my God. That's so sickening. JJT literally plays perfect defense on that drive for the most part, except for a couple long runs, and just nothing you can do. Doesn't even get a JJ. It's just a triple covered CC in the end zone. Gross. Just gross. if I am a JJT, I just back and B this right here and just hope for the best. Use the end of quarter advantage here. Scramble around, get it up. Yeah, there you go. Get it up to AC. Going for the crossfield throw-ish a little bit here. It looks like it's going to get close to the end zone. And doesn't get it. But that's what I would have done too. A, you don't know what's going to happen in conditions. And B, take advantage of that free play. So conditions are even worse in the secondary now for Lower the End. Now no one is above 44 interception. I mean, once again, I would just, if I'm JJT, just let this fly. Third and 2, you got to think, even if he doesn't get these, he's going to go for it. And still, and runs out of bounds, but he didn't have to. But, I mean, honestly, he's probably going to let it fly anyway. But a good job there by JJT to give himself some breathing room. And here you go. Okay, no coverage on AC. Just throwing it up. Doing the cross field action there. Looks like a perfectly timed JJ. Yep. Look at that. Perfect. Just perfect. I mean, there's really no one to man at this point for Lower the End on defense. That's worth a damn. So, but the Bergen bad here now. So, obviously his MS can't get any better or any worse. But I mean, it does affect like that CC action we saw earlier. Maybe it won't happen now with only the 56 PC. Gene Atkins in at DB3 is now in good. So we'll see. And the drone's just taking care of Johnny Johnson there. I don't know if JJT picked to run there, but I mean, Reasons is not going to catch up. And actually, I really think that Lower the End gave JJT a gift there because single coverage, I don't think Reasons was going to catch up to how fast Rice is. That probably wouldn't even been locked on and been perfect, but he's just throwing these weights a little early in my opinion, but it looks like he actually got there, so I was wrong. And just back and B fest. And I mean, with these two teams, you don't really expect much different. I would say that JJT should actually blitz, but there's no one to blitz with. Maybe with Carl Banks if you want, but maybe that's like how you can kind of stop this. But also, I mean, if DeBerg's just on, he's just on. So. Interesting putting Warner in there at running back 1 because, I mean, are you really that worried about fumbles? Oh, gets the diver. Too bad Jones is so slow because that would have been a big play. And just not getting any CC love there up top to AC, which is kind of surprising because if you actually add their PC and reception up, it's the same, or at least right now with DeBerg and Bad, it's better than Rice, but it's the same as Rice and DeBerg. Actually, it's higher than Rice and DeBerg. So there's no CC love there from the P2 side. Dangerous taking that tackle in bounds. I'd be so worried about QB Browns getting hurt. Also running out of time here and has to score. So got to take a shot. No reason not to anymore. Gets it up there. Gets the JJ. Perfect timing. Perfectly timed of the quarter. So there's going to be no return here by Lower the End. And great execution there at the end of the second quarter by JJT. All right, I will let you guys enjoy this halftime show. All right, and Lorlean gets the kick, so that was actually a really big score there for JJT at the end of the half to make this a close game. He's got to get a stop, that safety being the difference at this point, and you just can't help but think that that safety is going to be the difference. To add insult to injury here, now John Taylor isn't good as well, and he's basically like Flipper Anderson at 56 MS and 75 receptions. And you got to think that Lorlean giving JJT a gift there by passing it short, and you just got to, oh, there you go. Oh, my God. Almost gets him twice. The drone almost got him. He almost got him, and a big 3rd and 4 here. Big 3rd and 4. Oh, and really bad route by JJT there. You thought he might have been able to get him from behind, maybe. But picks his play finally, but just gets right off to Johnson, and no biggie. And Lorlean doing a nice job with sprinkling in some runs here to kind of keep JJT honest, and it's kind of moving the ball down the field. Like, it's just not just a back and B fest to Rice every play like it's going to be right here. Well, this game is not going to be winnable for JJT if he doesn't get some sort of stop at some point versus Lorlean, or get a pick play fumble, interception, or something. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. And he's got to score every play here. Cleveland Gary now also good, so 56 MS. But you got to think it's just going to be a pass fest. A nice little move there by JJT to get 8 yards. All right, 3rd and 2. It's 4-down territory at this point the rest of the game for JJT, so even if he doesn't get this, he's going to have to go for it. But 56 MS Gary will get that, especially with this slow defense of Lorlean. So, and now it's gonna be a back and B up to Carter. I think he threw it a tiny bit early. Yep. And no CC Love, and that's just hard because I mean literally it's 150 PC to reception combo. And he's just not getting any CC Love on anything. So it's just wild. This one looks like it's perfect based on the flight. Gets the JJ in the middle of 3 defenders. What a throw. What timing. So this is what we need. So we basically need JJT, or JJT needs to get a turnover somehow here, any way possible. A fumble or something. if I'm actually Lure the End, oh, maybe here? No. At least he gets the JJ stop there, but that's kind of what he needs. He kind of just needs to get in Lure the End's head every single play at this point, kind of like that. Condition checks here. Nothing really to note that's going to affect anybody, although Irvin now in bad for JJT, so if he's covering Royce, it's just going to be complete every time. So hopefully Atkins is the one who kind of falls back with Rice up there. And then, yeah. And no Atkins or up there. And Lure the End inexplicably runs. You got to throw that ball, man. I don't know what you're doing. I mean, I know you're running clock, but this is a big play here. Big play, 3rd and 7. This could be the stop that JJT needs to get back in this game. And he runs it. And, you know, well, there we go. So 4th and 3. Is he going for it? I think if he goes for it, it makes sense because if JJT scores, he'll have the ball last kind of thing. So makes sense for him to go for it here. Here we go. Is he going to run or is he going to pass? And he runs. Oh, tap off. Oh, he runs by him. JJT had him dead to rights and just couldn't stop him. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. JJT played that perfectly and this runs right by him. That's tough. And then a little late on the dive there. Things not looking good for JJT at this point. Really need to get that 4th down stop. That's 2 4th down, huge 4th down conversions for Lure the End this game. One on CC touchdown in the end zone, and from the 50, and that one right there, which obviously was a little bit more legitimate. And Lure the End just getting incredible blocking on those run plays, and so in field goal range, a touchdown. He'll need a touchdown to put it away, but at this point, and now he's got Irvin up there. That's going to be a touchdown, and I called that. Irvin with this 31 interception isn't going to do anything up there. So JGT had his opportunity there to get that stop on that run one, but just couldn't just hone in there on Lure the End. So, I mean, the game's not over yet. JJT can score very quickly here, but it just seems less and less likely for him now, especially with Anthony Carter now and bad. So it's just gonna be tougher for him to get it done here. And that's what makes this harder to watch for JJT is that he out-taps Lure the End, so like he would have gotten that 4th down stop. And who knows what would happen at that point, obviously, too. Oh, that might have been a P2 overthrow interception there. Who knows what would have happened at that point, but you just never know. That was what he needed to get it done. As JJT knows he's taking way too much time here and just has to go for the bomb. All right, single coverage up there. He has what he wants on him, and let's just see if this is an overthrow or is it good. And it's good. So I will say, when JJT has gotten the JJs, he's got them. If you look at the count, JJT has 4 JJs and Lure the End only has 2, but Lure the End has that CC on 4th down from the 50 in triple coverage for a touchdown, which aside from that safety is the difference in this game. So much different game, you got to think, if it wasn't for that. So and Lure the End just running clock here. No timeouts for JJT. If I'm Lure the End, I'm just running backwards at this point. Like, yeah, he's tempting the guys. He could probably punt this at this point, and that should be it. There's no one. I mean, only a 44 MS guy to return it here, but he's calling another play. Things can happen, man. See, right there, if he had fumbled there and JJT returned it for a touchdown, man. So that safety, that ill-advised safety, ended up being the difference in the game. And surprised to see Lord of the End actually run for over 100 yards there. But congratulations, Lord of the End, on winning the D-League Super Bowl. Better luck next time, JJT. Till next time, it's Huff signing out. Welcome. It's the moment we've been waiting way too long for. We have the Super Bowl between Icon and Prime that took forever to get played. They met the deadline, surprisingly, and here we are. So we'll see what happens. I was warned there is a long delay at some point in this game that we're going to try to speed through just so everyone knows. But other than that, nothing crazy. Icon wins the toss, and he elects to kick off like everyone should and does, and away we go here. So Prime has a very strong offense here. You're not used to seeing him having such studs, honestly. Jim Everett to Drew Hill and Haywood Jeffries, lots of options. Only a 44-match running back. He usually likes a faster running back. So we'll see how he does. Obviously, he's made it to the Super Bowl. He's gone through a tough road. He went through Nas. He went through DPS, the best player there is right now. So I will say that Prime definitely had a tough road to get here. And honestly, should be able to abuse Jerry Gray and Fullington in the secondary here for the Seahawks. But obviously, Humphrey and Brown are back there. Can make things a little bit more difficult. So this kind of depends who's covering what. If I'm Prime, I absolutely 100% would throw at Humphrey. I'm sorry, at Gray and Fullington every opportunity I have if Browner and or Humphrey aren't back there. So like if Humphrey's covering short and let's say Icon's manning Browner short, 100% throwing a coverage, who cares? So really nothing else on defense here for the Seahawks. So it's really like the Joni Browner show and that's it. I mean, I guess you could man Spielman if you wanted to. But I don't see why he would, because that 19 interception is not going to do much. So just to answer Grip Smoke in the chat, it's a special condition checker that Brew has given me for these streams like this. Nice job by Prime there. Slicing down the field. Gets Icon just in perfect position just to dive at him and do the auto dive. So Prime showing his passing prowess and offensive patience on that drive. All right, so the Seahawks offense here is actually not bad at all. I mean, Wilhelm can back and B to Ellard and Flipper. Really weird to see Icon have Ellard and Flipper. It seems like he did run a lot still with Gary Anderson, so it seems like kind of like a waste. And Prime is very good at diving through blockers like that. I think probably the three best that I see regularly are him, Nas, and DPS, honestly. So, but so I think while Icon did pass more, he still leaned a lot on running, which just seems like a waste for Ellard Anderson. As you can see here, he hasn't passed the ball yet, taking a shot. Especially if you've got Glasgow back there covering someone, you got to take a shot at him. So, also, Prime can use Kofor a lot here to nickel, simply because while there could be some CCs on there because of the 81 receptions and 75 receptions, you're not as worried about like JJ whiffs and stuff like that because of the 44 PC. Oh, and I was just going to say, I was surprised Prime didn't dive at him there. I thought he's maybe going to have to help. And you had Icon shut him easily, but then, had the help there. And then the fumble, Icon's lucky to have that fumble not burn him. Condition check real quick here. Wilhelm going into good, so that helps Icon, obviously, if he's actually going to pass the ball. Cobb going to good, that helps him for blocking. It looks like Cobb's going to popcorn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people now on the Falcons defense, when before he went into good, it was only 4. So, yeah, that's going to be good for Icon here. So, assuming he keeps pounding the rock. I believe this is the long delay I was told about. So just so you guys know, I'm going to run the timing here at 240 speed and hope for the best. And we just might have to guess on when we're going to get this back. So really surprised these guys got this game in. Pretty frustrated, as you guys probably saw by my tone from in Discord, that we waited so long. Like, I shouldn't have to put deadlines out. People should just do stuff. And I get pretty frustrated in general that I have to put deadlines out to make things happen. Like, I just wish people would be, better self-starters. I operate that way in business, in life, where I don't micromanage my employees, and I expect them to kind of, take care of themselves a little bit. And I wish I could say the same for Tecmo, but unfortunately, lots of babysitting. So, looks like we got through that little lull there. It's the only lull we have, and no harm, no foul there. So. And Icon tapping and not running there, interesting. But regardless, didn't get no interception there. So lots of people open here, and Icon throwing it cross field. Nope, in the coverage, and Prime right there. I think Icon's probably going to go for this, is my guess, especially with the 19 MS quarterback. But he's probably going to run the ball here. No run. Little surprised by that, and it worked out in his favor because Prime had to go cover. If that's, I don't know if that's Flipper or who that is on the bottom of the screen there. Actually, it's Flipper, now that I'm looking at the checker. So someone on the Falcons defense was on steroids there on that pick play. So really grindy drive here by good defense there by Prime. Really grindy drive here by Icon. You kind of don't expect much different with the way he runs the ball a lot. You can see here, obviously picking that run, that sweep up because of how often Prime is manning Kofor. So you can probably expect him to run there or basically ISO him as much as possible. Oh, and didn't get the help fast enough there. I think it looked like Prime tried to dive and it just didn't work. So, pretty good drive there by Icon with the big 4th down conversion there, and just kept nickel and diming Prime all the way down the field. Had a couple of throws into coverage that didn't get picked, but other than that, pretty strong drive there by Icon. All right, so Everett in good, which is going to be helpful. Jeffrey's in good, so now he basically has Ellard on his team over there as well as Drew Hill. So, I mean, at this point, and now Humphrey in bad. I mean, if I'm Prime, I'm throwing every single play. I'm throwing in a coverage. I'm not giving a shit about anything here. So, Prime should easily get, unless there's some weird Tecmo shenanigans from the P2 side that happens on this play or on this drive, Prime should easily get into field goal range here at least. Also, Icon has no one to block the kick anyway. 25 RP, Darian Connor there at LB1. So literally no one to block this kick anyway. Just entering speed in the chat. These actually guys aren't new faces. I know Prime's got a Super Bowl. I don't know if Icon does, but it's yeah. Guys aren't new to this dance. Appreciate the kind words there, Dave, on my old handle, but trying to move on and be a grown up here at 40 years old. So 40 seconds left here. You gotta think. So this is, and I see Prime do this a lot at the end of halves. He just doesn't take the shot. Like, I mean, I don't know how you have a 75 reception guy and an 81 reception guy against this secondary and just not at least throw one back there. And he just is gonna nickel and dime. And then even there, like getting out of bounds a little too early. So I don't know where the hot route is here. It just seems like it's a wasted opportunity. And that he could have scored. Maybe he's gonna take it right here. Nope. Playing for the field goal. I don't know what Prime's doing, man. Like I just don't know how you have this setup with your QB and your wide receivers against that secondary, and you're not just taking a shot in the end zone. Like I know that's not what Prime does. But man, it just seems like a wasted opportunity here. I will let you guys enjoy the halftime show that Grip hates. All right, on to the second half here, and I know Prime wanted to get the points, obviously, because Icon has the this kickoff. However, let's see what happens here. So Chip Banks going in excellent is great for Prime. It gives him even a better nickel. He can start manning LB4 there. Glasgow going to good. He's actually manable now. It's kind of like a nickel high HP guy. And then on Icon side, he basically just has Cobb and Wilhelm still in good, and that's really it. Prime still using Kofor, probably because of the play call more than wanting to use him. I wonder if he's going to start using Banks a little bit here. Nope. Going DB2. And Prime so good that dive, as I mentioned earlier. Interesting to see the guessing games here. So you can see I don't think Icon's run a run 3 all game until right there. Maybe Icon thinks Prime is going to man Banks because he's an excellent, and that's why he's running at him now. I also might not have been paying attention properly. But like I said before, I just don't, you've got Ellard and Anderson, and it's just, what are you doing? I don't even know if Icon's complete a pass yet, honestly. So just seems crazy to set up your team this way and not back and B at all. Like, just to take the shot before you get into this place. Nice dive there again by Prime. Even though I think he probably could have gotten away with engaging, even with the blocker, because the guys were probably close enough to help to gang tackle there. And Prime 2 for 2 on blocking that hot route pass to the pass 2 play, the wide receiver 1. And there's a nice little post route there, a skinny post by throw there by Icon. Oh, and Prime actually got a little lucky on that one. He bounced off. Another guy bounced off, but had a drone there and dive in and save that tackle. And this is what I was talking about with Glasgow being available now with the DB4. I think DB4 should be used on both those motion plays at this point, both those ISO runs. I think it makes more sense. I think Prime is kind of been experimenting a little bit, but he's not getting Prime not getting the blocking help or the drone help on that run 4 motion play. Oh, and Prime misses the dive there, and Icon waltzes into the end zone. It's tough. It's really tough because, you know, obviously the formula, right, is to have your DB2 and then someone on your defensive line crashing through to help you gang tackle, and so you kind of engage, and then the gang tackler comes in from behind, and before the blockers can get there and popcorn you off. And it's just not happening, so it's basically Prime doing it all by himself down there, and it's just unlike, you know, in the past when we've seen DPS versus Icon on this run 1 that Prime has, where he can kind of like, it's almost like an ISO run, and DPS can kind of dive at him or whatever, maybe dive through one blocker. There's so many blockers down there. It's just a lot harder to navigate and a lot harder to defend with DB2. I mean, obviously, I think Nas probably does it better than anybody, but Prime is probably a close second. Yeah, I'm going to agree with JJT in the chat. If I'm these guys, I'm just tossing this ball all over the place. Like, I just don't get it. But conditions for Falcons, Everett's still in good, and now Drew Hill and bad, but he still has Jeffries in good. So, but a very grindy game for two teams that kind of like are made to back and be a little bit here. So Browner also in good now for Icon, and you can kind of see him flying around. You got to anticipate that you're probably going to have, if the deep guys are covered and Icon staying short, you're probably going to have Prime running a lot and Prime scrambling a lot. When I tried to make a move there. If not, then you're going to probably see him throw deep. With the condition check here, I didn't really see much change. But Everett's still in good, Jeffrey's still in good, Drew Hill's still in bad. Prime not using a condition checker, if he isn't, explains why he has not been using chip banks, which I thought Prime used a checker because obviously he has them in his stream, so who knows. I do think Browner being in good could be the difference here for Icon and his defensive ability. Oh, and taking that deep shot to Jeffries, and that guy's just trailing. I mean, Jerry Gray just down there just trailing properly every single time. And I have a hard time when you got a guy so much faster trying to throw over the top of him. I just feel like that's going to happen. I will say I think Icon is getting really good drone coverage in this game. I don't think Prime can burn enough time off this clock to make this an end of game score, and obviously Icon does have the team to score quickly, so really tough line that Prime is towing here. But now maybe he can extend it. If anyone can do it, he can. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he does this, because you got to think this is 4-down territory for him, obviously. And yeah, so now that we're kind of where we are with the 3 timeouts still for Icon, there's just no way Prime can just bleed the rest of this time off to where Icon's not going to have a shot. Oh, nice cycle. I don't know what happened on that throw, but what a great cycle there by Prime. That he went to the well one too many times. Man, I saw that come in. I mean, he was way too close. You got to scramble with your 19 MS QB. That was really a colossal failure by Prime that you don't usually see him make. What a bad cycle there. Kofor now and good. So now he's a 56 RP, 38 interception nickel for him. But man, what a bad play. Unfortunately, you just don't see Prime usually make. Yeah, that kind of, I agree with what Grip is saying in the chat, that basically Prime had such an easy touchdown, wide open, that somehow, I don't know what happened on that throw. I'm going to look at the log, actually, and, or look at that throw again, I mean, at some point watch it back, but that just, easy touchdown into a bad interception, just terrible. Saved by the drone there, so Prime not even calling timeouts, he's just conceding the game, which is wild to me. I don't know how you don't actually, put forth the effort to at least give yourself a chance here, but clearly it seems like he has given up. Oh, maybe he has no timeouts left. Thank you, Grip. Maybe I'm not paying attention well enough. It's a moot point now. He got the first down, so but I'm gonna tell you, and I said this at the end of the half. I'm gonna say it right now. Prime not taking a shot. I know that this throw notwithstanding, like Prime not taking that shot at the end of the half just makes no sense to me. And just the lack of shots in general by anybody. I don't get it. But congratulations to Icon. You completed one pass for 11 yards. I was correct. He hadn't completed a pass with Flipper Anderson and Henry Ellard and basically built a back and B team and just ran incessantly. So well done, Icon. You have won the Season 69 Super Bowl. Prime, welcome back to the game, or to the Super Bowl, and better luck next season, man. We look forward to having you back in the States. But that wraps up this season, guys. Season 69 in the books. Icon's your champion. Congrats. And until next time, it's Hoff, signing out.